This is a presentation that focuses on the efforts of volunteers in the Wheeling, West Virginia area in regards to the attendance to church activities for kids aged 7 to 11. These efforts occurred from September 2023 to April 2024. Everyone deserves a place to feel like they are welcomed just for being who they are. Everyone needs to feel that sense of belonging. The goal of this project was to create a space for kids to enjoy being kids and enjoy each other's company while still working towards goals they had set for themselves. The church has 4 main goals for the kids each year: to grow physically, spiritually, intellectually, and socially. The kids set specific goals in each of those categories for themselves. We would then look at those goals and plan an activity to help the kids achieve them. For example, one young boy wanted to improve his soccer skills. This would fall in the growing physically category. We then planned a soccer activity for the kids. One of the members of the church congregation played soccer at the college in town. We asked him to help us create some drills that the kids could do to improve their soccer skills. A young lady wanted to get in the habit of reading her scriptures, which would fall in the spiritual category. We planned a scavenger hunt that followed similar events and tasks of a story in the scriptures. All of the activities were focused on helping kids reach their goals. These are pictures of some of their kids with their 2024 goals. The human-centered design process, also known as HCD, has 3 phases: inspiration, ideation, and implementation. The inspiration phase is putting yourself in other people's shoes to see how they feel and what they need. I determined that something needed was attendance to Sunday services and Wednesday activities. We had 2 specific goals in mind when it came to attendance. 1, we wanted those who regularly showed up to continue showing up, and 2, we wanted kids who did not intend to start attending. The second phase is ideation. This phase includes brainstorming how that need can be addressed and ideally fixed. This phase is my favorite because the main idea is to throw out every single idea that comes to mind, because what might seem too crazy and too out there just may be what is needed to help the issue. I determined that working to advertise about the activities just may be the best way to help with attendance. The last phase of HCD is implementing the idea. For me, this meant to get out there and start promoting our activities. I did this by posting in the Facebook group or delegating that task to someone else, sending flyers home with the kids before each activity, and sending individual texts to parents. These were the 3 main things that were implemented in this phase. Our goals, as mentioned earlier, were to maintain the attendance of those who did not regularly attend and increase the attendance of those who had not attended before. Unfortunately, we did not see any correlation between our efforts and the attendance. This surprised me a little because I thought that having multiple reminders about activities may lead to an increase in attendance. However, this was not the case. It did not matter what we did, the attendance showed no correlation. At first, I was a little disappointed about this because, as I mentioned earlier, I thought it would help. But I soon realized that it did not matter how many kids showed up, it just mattered that kids did show up. Even when we only had 2 kids for an activity, we still made the most of it as if we had 10. This is a chart that shows our efforts compared to the attendance. This focuses solely on Wednesday activities, but as you can see, there was not any correlation between the 2. Is this project sustainable? Yes and no. It is sustainable because there are other efforts that can be done that might help increase and maintain attendance. As with the efforts we made, this would need to be a trial and error process to see what works and what does not work. If it is not sustainable in the fact that our efforts did not prove to make a difference, and that is okay. Part of the HCD process is trial and error. Our original plan, sending the flyers just to the kids, does not work as well as we had thought, so we had to adapt. If flyers, Facebook posts, and texts to parents were the only way of promoting and advertising activities, it would not be sustainable. In order to keep it sustainable in the future, there would need to be volunteers that continue to plan and implement activities that align with the goals of the church and the kids. Simple activities that are not complicated or expensive, and different efforts made to advertise these activities. Please feel free to send me any questions, comments, or feedback that you may have regarding this presentation or this project. I am so grateful to each of you for your help in my internship this year. You have made working here a dream come true, and I am excited to take what I have learned to help me be a better teacher in the future.